acting or done in the same way over time, especially so as to be fair or accurate. That's the definition of being consistent, doing the same actions over and over and building a routine, a cycle or consistency. Now, it can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people, but I've always had this thought about being consistent. In a world where we can get immediate satisfaction, a dopamine hit right at our fingertips, it can be tough to grasp the idea of being consistent. Others online seem to have gotten their goals overnight with social trends, fads, or even luck. But a lot of time, what some might not see, behind the scenes, there is a lot of work. That's where consistency comes in. Now, there's a lot of different ways you can be consistent, and you probably see them online. Going full send and always working at 100%, pushing yourself day in, day out. Even when you're gassed at night, you might still work just for the hell of it. Or you pace yourself over time. Some days you do some work, some days you don't do some work. But just over time, you know you're consistent because you're doing something small every single day. Now, I've done both of these, I've been through both of them, and I think I found something that works for me and that can work for you. I used to always have the urge to work. If I'm not doing something, I feel like I'm falling behind, not living up to my potential, or wasting time. I would always have an urge to work on something, even something small. Move things around, watch some YouTube videos about cinematography, or basic nonsense work. It was very tiring on my mind, and I never really felt like I was doing enough. My mental health was taking a toll. I always felt like I was falling behind for some reason, even though I wanted to and did work all the time. That's when I decided I needed to try something else. The way I'm wired mentally, well, if I'm not doing any work, I don't feel like I'm doing anything. As you can imagine, it's kind of tough to go on vacation with me. But I knew whatever I was doing wasn't healthy and it wasn't good for me. It was taking a toll on my mental health. So I decided to change a few things. Whenever I don't feel like I want to work, I stop working. Now, this doesn't mean taking a 2 to 3 week break, but this means if I don't feel like working at night, I just won't. I might go play some NHL, go on my computer, watch some shows, or play some games. This is a second approach I mentioned earlier, when you're not always in a go, go, go mode and you take your time to complete your tasks. And for me, I think it's something that's working. So with working more some days and working a little less other days, I'm noticing there is a little bit more of a balance that I enjoy. I feel more refreshed. I feel like I'm more consistent online when I'm posting, creating these videos. And also the third thing, which is probably the most important thing for everyone, is I feel happier, to be honest. Of course, I still have to plan videos, come up with ideas, and edit them. But I'm learning that this approach is something that I think I'm enjoying more, and I think you guys might as well. I still have those moments where I feel like I should be doing more work. It's how I'm wired mentally, and it's something that I'm trying to kind of decode out of myself a little bit, because I feel like I do need to do more work. I feel like I'm behind, but I'm actually not. And whatever I'm doing now seems to be working. It's something you can do as well. You never know. You can get more done with doing less, if that makes sense. Yeah. I set some personal goals for myself to try to keep me consistent with creating content for others and my business. So, for Instagram, I want to have at least 150 posts, and for YouTube, I want to have at least 100 videos. These numbers aren't a finish line, but more of a starting point. After posting that many times on both platforms, I really want to reflect on the kind of content I enjoy making and what others like to see. This was my rant on consistency. I hope you enjoyed it.